My name is Galen Matos. This is for my speech and communications class, and my topic today is, should medical marijuana dispensaries be legalized like other drugstores? And this is my audience. So according to NORML, which is the National Organization to Reform Marijuana Laws, criminal marijuana prohibition is a complete failure because more than 20 million Americans have been arrested for marijuana offenses since 1965. NORML believes that the time has come to stop criminal prohibition for users of medical marijuana. And next. So this is just an outline of my presentation today. Medical marijuana is already legal in 23 states and the District of Columbia. 20 of those 23 states require proof of residency to be considered a qualifying patient for medical marijuana use. In 1972, the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs, which is now the DEA as we know it, deemed marijuana a Schedule I drug, which means that when it's a Schedule I drug, the courts are pretty much saying that it has no medical purposes. On September 6, 1988, after 16 years of court battles, Judge Francis Young ruled that marijuana be changed to a Schedule II drug, which this enables doctors to prescribe it to their patients. Prior to 1937, at least 27 medications containing marijuana were legally available in the U.S. Many of those medications were made by pharmaceutical companies that are still in existence today, such as Bristol Myers and Eli Lilly. The Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 federally prohibits marijuana. Dr. William C. Woodward of the American Medical Association opposed the act. Legal prescription narcotics and over-the-counter drugs can be obtained at pharmacies, but marijuana cannot. Prescription drugs and over-the-counter drugs are, after marijuana and alcohol, the most commonly abused substances by Americans 14 and older. Alcohol abuse is prevalent in every single state in America, yet you can still purchase it at any grocery store in the United States. Making medical marijuana dispensaries would provide patients with safe access to their medication. Many patients that have medical marijuana cards have debilitating diseases and are unable to produce their own crops. And there are different ways to take in the benefits of the THC without actually smoking it and getting high. Opening medical marijuana dispensaries would put an end to patients that hold cards for purchasing marijuana from street vendors. And medical marijuana card holders would be able to know the origin of their marijuana, because right now when they buy it on the streets, they have no idea where their marijuana comes from, and they're using it for medical purposes. So this is just a summary chart of the states that are actually allowing medical marijuana cards right now, and what the cost is and your possession limitations. Some states allow you to have a card issued in one state and use it in other states. Hawaii right now, you can't do that. 2 states have passed laws legalizing marijuana for adult recreational use, and 21 states have passed laws allowing its use as treatment for certain medical conditions. Medical marijuana does not treat the diseases listed in this chart, but it does treat the side effects of having these illnesses. Medical marijuana helps patients with HIV and AIDS tolerate the side effects of their medications. The medications that patients take to treat this disease leaves them with no appetite and extreme nausea and vomiting. Medical marijuana alleviates these symptoms. People on chemotherapy also have the same side effects from chemotherapy, the nausea, vomiting, and appetite loss. Just some facts about prescription drug abuse. This is a chart of overdose deaths by prescription narcotics. And narcotic baby livers now cause or contribute to nearly 3 out of 4 prescription drug overdoses, and about 15,000 deaths. Just a couple more interesting facts. Alcohol. Every year, the U.S. has about 50,000 reported cases of alcohol overdose, and there has never been a documented loss of life due to marijuana overdose. And 40 people a day die from narcotic prescription overdose. So this is just a couple pictures of what medical marijuana pharmacies actually look like. They're controlled, they're not like bars, you don't go into them and get high. You actually go in there and you purchase your medical marijuana with a card. It's regulated. They don't sell to people who don't own a registration card to purchase medical marijuana. So I was, while researching, came across several testimonials about the use of medical marijuana. So this lady had cancer. She had absolutely no appetite, emesis, which is vomiting, and nausea. And the only thing that helped her eat again was medical cannabis, which she got from Medical Marijuana Dispensary. The picture of this man here, he had diabetes, and his medications left him with no appetite, left him feeling sick. And by digesting cannabinoids, he started to pick up weight and started to become healthier. He got a medical marijuana card, used medical marijuana dispensaries, and therefore was treated for his disease through medical marijuana. So this is just some of the benefits of medical marijuana. And these are showing you the deaths during a 10-year period. And the first one is deaths due to FDA-approved prescription drugs, which you pick up at a regular pharmacy that sells narcotics. 1,060,000 deaths in a 10-year period. And the second column is deaths due to USDA approved, whether it be illness, non-certification of the meats. That's how many deaths produce caused: poultry, pork, fish, and beef. And these are the deaths due to unapproved marijuana use. So basically saying that nobody's died from smoking medical marijuana. I also wanted to let you know why I chose the medical marijuana topic, and it was because I have a sister with cancer, and I saw what chemotherapy did to her, and how it left her with no appetite, with sores in her mouth, and the nausea and vomiting, the hair loss. At the time, there was no medical marijuana dispensaries available, but if it had been, I feel like she wouldn't have gotten so sick, and chemotherapy wouldn't have destroyed her body as much as it did. So that's why I chose this topic. And I just want to say thank you very much for listening to my presentation today.